Ravens versus the Texans, man. We seen that game. What are y'all initial thoughts on that game?
I mean, despite my friends hitting me up countless times telling us that we're pretenders and we're trash and we're this and we're that, like I did already admit to that like about 3-4 weeks ago. I mean, it's what I'm expecting. Bad O-line play. C.J. Stroud's not confident. The defense, I mean, that probably was the worst game they played all season long. And obviously you're playing up against Lamar Jackson, the MVP candidate, 2-time back-to-back MVP. Like, you're going up against a high-potent offense. And it's unfortunate that we couldn't take care of business. We did it against pretty much every kind of high, talented offense. Because we played guys this year. Like, Miami, for what it's worth, with, Tyreek Waddle, all them. And then we got Lions. We had Bills. KC. We had Bills. We had
the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Green Bay. I mean, the list goes on and on. We done played a lot of top-tier guys, and we've been in the scrap with them for the exception of Minnesota. So this game right here, I was kind of expecting not a blowout, but we're going to be there at least to make it a little competitive. And, I mean, for whatever, that case was, it wasn't meant to be. I can't blame it on injuries. I mean, injuries play a part of it. I mean, obviously, the Texans like to run nickel. They like to go out there with 5 DBs on the field, and they kind of use Petrie as that third linebacker in a sense, where he plays close to the line and he can dictate what's going on in the run and the pass. Obviously, without him, I mean, we're pretty much fried. And then, obviously, the leader of our defense in Alshire being out from that hit from Lawrence, I mean, that hurts us. So, I mean, Derrick Henry, I mean, Jesus. I mean, if I see you one more time in Houston, man, I might got to take you myself. Pause. Derrick Henry, every time he comes to Houston, man, he has a field day. Like, it was so bad they put in a backup quarterback and they put in the whole second unit and we still couldn't stop them. Like, I was utterly embarrassed. Like, as a Texan fan, man, it's nothing more disappointing than seeing your team play. Fuck seeing them play. The amount of primetime games that we have, and we continuously embarrass ourselves week after week after week after week. Only good primetime game we ever had this season was the Chicago game. Mm-hmm. And even still, that wasn't even just the best game. And, we kind of won at the end. But, I mean, long story short, man, we look like a one and done. Depends on the matchup we get in the playoff, but we look like a one and done team. Shaq Mason, I don't know when he's going to return as a starting right guard for what it's worth. I mean, obviously, he can't block me. And I ain't played football in fucking 8-9 years. So, quite frankly, I feel like our season is pretty much a wrap. Hopefully, we can get Pittsburgh. That's who I want. That'll give us the best chance of advancing. But even still, it's like, what is it even worth? We're going to go play one of the big dogs, get embarrassed on national television. And then it's like, damn, now we got later draft position. Yeah. But C.J. Stroud, man. Charles, I don't know what to say. I mean, we can sit here and we can say the line is bad.
Yeah, but for sure.
Misses are misses. And I'm a realist. I'm not a biased guy because this is my team. I say it how it is and I keep it real. This is called Check the Stats. We're checking the stats. Man, that's probably the worst game I've ever seen that man play, like,
by far,
in his life. And I mean, shoot, fuck that shit. I ain't watched him when he was in the Little League, but shit, I know he didn't play worse than that. I mean, that nigga, man, missed target after missed target after missed target. I mean, I know it's hard. Like, I'm not going to sit there and say it's not hard playing quarterback in the National Football League with a below average line. He getting sacked. He's the second most sacked quarterback in the NFL behind who's on the television, Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's impossible to play the position when you have no protection, but even when you do have it, you're seeing goals. You always like, damn, if I don't get that bitch out.
Yeah, he panicking.
He on the time limit.
Yeah, I'm going down or I got to throw that bitch away. So I feel like with CJ, it's like he's in his head. Like, the talent is there. We can all see that he's talented. And that's why a lot of people don't want to give up on him. But I think CJ Stroud, he's making it a real prime example of why you can't judge somebody based off of their first season. And for what it's worth, I mean, CJ, he's nice. Like, he is extremely talented. But these quarterbacks in the league, man, I mean, they have one good year, we kind of elevate them to that, that top tier status, or they're higher than what they ever been before. I mean, Geno Smith got paid. Tua got paid off of good years. And they're average quarterbacks. And I'm not sitting here saying CJ is average, but I'm saying maybe he is the primary example of pump the brakes. Like, you had a good 1 year. Let's see if you could do it again.
Yeah.
The situation, and it's worse because the situation apparently got better, but obviously the line, for whatever reason, decided they didn't want to come block for the nigga this year. They want to fucking dress up in designer clothes and get their hair braided. Like, we got pretty boys on our line, but I'm going to pass it up to you, Charles. Texans are disappointed. CJ has to play better. Where we look like a real deal one-and-done team. And, I mean, it was an awful Christmas for me. I turned it off midway through the third when Lamar ran his 45-yard touchdown and said that he was jogging on us.
Lord.
Yeah.
Shout out Lamar, though. Shout out Lamar. He passed up Mike Vick's record as the all-time leading quarterback rusher in NFL history.
Much respect.
And
Much respect, yeah.
shit, the nigga's like 27, 28. I mean, Lord have mercy. I mean, that record going to I mean, unless Jaden Daniels become fucking Lamar Jackson, I mean,
Yeah.
that record ain't getting touched. Congratulations, Lamar. We're trash. We'll be in Cancun after the wild card.
Oh, man. I don't want you to ever criticize my loyalty to the Texans ever again.
Why?
Because I was at that game. I was there from start to finish on Christmas. That was I've been to a lot of games. I've been to a few this season. I've been to some last season, and I've been to a few when I was younger. That is probably the worst game I've seen the Texans play in my life, whether it was on the screen or in person. And the reason for that is probably because of how biased I was with how high of an expectation I had for him.
Yeah.
Like, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was thinking that we could have a potential Super Bowl run based off of last season, looking at the trajectory of the type of team and talent that we had and the talent that we acquired.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that.
I put Slovic on this pedestal of being one of the top coordinators in the game. Joe Mixon is Joe Mixon. Oh, so we got Nico, Tank, and Diggs. We finna be locked and loaded. O-line that's paid, top tier left tackle in the league, ascending quarterback who's only gonna get better. Who can stop us?
Right.
And you know who stopped us?
Us.
Ourselves. We gave up 3 touchdowns to Lamar Jackson, and he scored more touchdowns than we had points. The only people that showed up to play was on the defensive side of that ball, and that's because they were hustling. Will Anderson made some plays every once in a while, and Omari Laster did his thing as well. And on the offensive side, it was just pathetic. We couldn't get a running game going because everything was so elementary. We couldn't get a passing game going because we can't have the ball for more than a second and a half before CJ's frantic for his life. And then Stroud, as much as I love the man, pause.
But you good.
But as much as I love him as a quarterback for our team, I mean, like, at some point we can't just continue to put the blame on Bobby Slovic or the O-line or the injuries. I mean, granted, missing Tank and Stephon is definitely going to hurt. But when it comes to him missing checkdowns, like, I seen a wide open flare route that he tried to hit the running back in, and he missed him, and it was like 5 yards in front of him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how? How do you have such happy feet to where you can't even process a simple throw to your left?
Yeah.
It sucks. I think we are one and done. And if we are to get to the divisional round, I still wouldn't be happy because I expected our team to improve from last year. And best case scenario is that we're going to have the same record as last year. I seen a quote, and I'm ended on this. I seen a quote earlier this day that said that the Texans last year wrapped up the division on the final game of the season. And we were all excited, Texans fans, about what they could do in the postseason. This year, we wrapped it up by week 15, and nobody is excited because we all know what's finna come. It's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah.
And I think also it hurts. I'll let Omari, you get to it after, but I think it's a 3-way blame pie. I mean, Bobby Slowick, CJ Stroud, and then the offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all things can be true. Your quarterback can't be playing good. The offensive play call designs aren't creative whatsoever. And the line just don't want to block for the man for whatever reason that may be. I mean, Bobby Slowick is the most basic, uncreative offensive coordinator I've ever seen. And, like, I'm not going to sit here and say guys going to be open at times. Like, I'm a realist. Like, niggas are open on some plays. You're not calling plays and nothing's open. Yeah. But as far as, like, okay, he's my number one. He's my number two. And he's my number three, but I have all these playmakers. I need to make sure I get them the ball. How can I make this – how can I get the most out of what I got? And I feel like with him, he doesn't do that a lot. I feel like Nico Collins' route tree is so, like, watered down. Like, if it ain't him running deep or it ain't him running a little end breaker,
it's a hitch route.
It's a screen.
It's a screen or a hitch route.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Mixon, man, I mean, at this point, it's down set hut, and he's running right up the fucking B gap where obviously we have terrorists on both guards. It's either or. Yeah. I mean, you're not going nowhere behind that line. Yeah. So it's like you have to get creative with this shit. Like, you cannot sit here and continuously run these basic ass play calls, no motion, no creativity whatsoever, and like and you would think that's just a lot to ask. But then you look around the league, and even that team that obviously aren't having the greatest of seasons, but they still have a little more like juice, a little more flavor. I mean, fucking the Vikings. Like, the Vikings are 13-2, but nigga, they utilize every single one of their weapons and get the most out of every single one of their weapons. So I'm looking at Bobby Slowick. I'm like, I know you're out of the West Coast system. I know you're from the Shanahan tree, but god damn, like, you can't put players in places where they can get their talents utilized to the best of their ability. Like, I just don't feel like Bobby Slowick is doing that from what he did last year. And I'm not going to sit here and say NFL defense is caught up. Like, nigga, Mahomes been running the same shit for years. Like, nigga, Allen been running. I mean, he obviously got a new OC, Joe Brady. He doing a good job. But some of these guys run the same shit for years. I don't know what it is. Bobby Slowick, if you're watching this, you need to lose your job. And I'm not the guy to sit here and bash people for losing their jobs and all that stuff. That's not my game. But at a certain point, man, you can't be running the same stuff. We're week 17 in, and there's no improvement in our offense whatsoever. The creativity is gone. Nigga, the fan base hates you. We hate you. Nigga, I hate you.
God damn.
Like, I can't stand. If I see another bubble screen, if I see another goddamn, what is it, I formation, no, not even an I formation, single back 22 dive, nigga going down the left side.
If I see another zone where Nixon is looking for another cutback.
If I see Nixon going for 1 or 0 yards again, man, I promise you, I'm going to be at your door. I'm going to be in front of NRG Stadium, and we're going to have a heart-to-heart. They're going to have to kick me out. I'm going to have to leave in some handcuffs. But one thing for sure, I'm not going to sit here and watch this shit for 2 more weeks and you not making a damn change. If I got something to say, I'll come see you. But it's ridiculous. Omari, you can go.
It's very unfortunate on the Texans side. That's a tough game, man. Y'all defense, elite. It's a very good defense. I'm going to say that. It's a very good defense, but the defense can't keep saving the offense. And it's like y'all are relying on the defense to like put numbers on the board, bro. And they can only do so much because the defense, they get tired too, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, y'all would get out there. I'll go to the kitchen, go get me a drink or go get me some food. I'll come back. It's 4th down. I'm like, damn, like what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, defense got to go back out there again and stop them because they were making plays, bro. Like Lassiter was making plays. Daniel Hunter was making plays.
We got a whole safety against Derrick Henry of all people.
Yes, bro.
And our DB tackled him out of all people.
The rookie.
Yeah. But then you see your boy that you've been hyping up, this Henry Toa that you've been saying is just so great, getting his little ass ran the fuck over. Sure. He ain't enforcing no type of run stop defense whatsoever. But I told you, don't quit on him.
I'm still decent, though. I'm still not going to quit on him.
But I mean, he ain't what you think.
But I mean, it's Derrick Henry,
okay.
Though. He's decent. Yeah, he's decent, for sure.
Yeah, he's okay. But he was trying to make it seem like he was just like
I ain't say he was a superstar. I just said that I didn't have any loss of faith when we lost Harris.
Yeah, shit, I know you do now. Cause shit, with Harris, without Harris, nigga, Harris County, nigga, he ain't stop a fucking cold. He ain't stop a lick. Nigga, Derrick Henry was. I seen one play, nigga, Derrick Henry had the pile going forward. Eric Murray came in to hit the nigga, and he bounced off of him and started running the other way with Derrick Henry. I said, nigga, god damn it.
They couldn't stop.
Damn it.
It's terrible, man.
Do we have football players or do we have fucking princesses back there? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you come to hit. I don't give a fuck how big he is. Nigga, 31, fuck that. Fucking 16 other teams done played Derrick Henry, and I've never seen that shit happen.
Yeah.
He just running with a pile of 5, 6, nigga, grown men. Yeah. Nigga, linebackers, D linemen, DBs, and nigga, these niggas are running with him. Like, nigga, Derrick Henry is carrying the pile. Like, nigga, at some point, nigga, like, where's your manhood? You're in tech, nigga. You go home with your wife and kids at night. Fuck how big this nigga is, bro. You played the sport, nigga. You played your whole life. You learned how to tackle, nigga, the biggest nigga. We done all played against man-child when we was kids. Did we not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Shit, we played, I don't know if you remember, he played for the Hornets. His name was Two Daddy.
Yeah.
He was, nigga, probably 5'10", running back in the 6th grade, nigga, fast in a bitch, tall as hell, nigga. We have to bring them down. Yeah. And it's not easy, but nigga, we know, like, nigga, like, if we can't bring them down, nigga, we can't play fucking football.
Yeah.
So, like, nigga, these are grown-ass men not taking care of their business. That's why I can't get them niggas the benefit of the doubt no matter how elite they is. Like, no matter who's not on the field, some shit is just unacceptable. And when they turn that shit on the film, nigga, they're going to be so embarrassed of themselves. Nigga, they let the city of Houston down. Nigga, they let their families down. Nigga, they let the organization down. Like, nigga, like.
It's embarrassing.
It's only so many primetime games we can get and keep embarrassing ourselves for the league. Like, all right, fuck these niggas. These niggas are trash. We can't put these niggas on primetime. Keep them niggas at the 12 o'clock slot and let them play all 17 on them hoes. But, nigga, us in primetime, we don't deserve that shit. No. We don't. Like, quite frankly, we don't. And I'm sick of watching C.J. Stroud get fucking harassed and nigga NFL media fucking go crazy saying it's on him all the time. Like,
and it's really not. It's really that O-line play, bro. I'm telling you, like.
He gets some accountability for sure.
Yeah, he gets some accountability for sure. But, like, literally the O-line collapse every time, like, the play start. Like, he literally, look at that. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he has no time in the backfield to make any pass. Like, I seen one pass. Granted, he did miss a lot of easy throws. Like it was one, bro, where Nico, he ran like an out route to the sideline and he missed them. I don't know if it was an out route or it was something. It was like a slant. I don't remember, but he missed them. He like threw it too high. I don't know if y'all remember that play.
I know what you're talking about.
He missed him, and he was like this.
He made Dawes Schultz on the out route, Mechie. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on and on, niggas, about the niggas he missed. Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Granted, you're not gonna make every pass. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make every throw. You know what I'm saying? But like stuff like that, we expect CJ Stroud to make. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially after the high rookie season.
Nah, for real.